Welcome back, my yogis. This is Yoga with Annie, and we are going to do some low back love today. This is going to be a very gentle, slow practice and something that will help you ease some lower back tension. We won't need any props, so grab something comfortable and meet you on the mat. So we'll be starting off on our backs today. So finding your way there. You're going to plant the feet down on the mat, knees point towards the ceiling. We're going to start by taking a couple gentle bridge postures. So begin to find your breath here. And as you find your breath, maybe you start to deepen your inhalations and your exhalations. And start to press deeply through the heels as you inhale. Begin to peel the back up off the mat. Engage the inner thighs and feel all four sides of your feet planting into the mat. Release your glutes. So you want most of this powered by your quads and your inner thighs. When you're ready, one vertebrae at a time, slowly start to lower down. Once that lower back touches the mat, we're going to inhale to press through the heels, peel the back up off the mat. Take 3 breaths once we get there. Again, releasing through the glutes. And really start to feel your shoulders anchoring you down to the mat. Release any tension that you might have in the jaw. And one vertebrae at a time, start to lower down. Take your time here, we're in no rush. Once that lower back touches the mat, press into the heels and once more peel the body up off. Releasing the glutes, pressing deeply through the heels and feeling all 4 sides of the feet. Couple breaths. This is a really good practice to start to strengthen the back. That is sometimes where issues come from when we do suffer from lower back issues. One vertebrae at a time, slowly lower it back down. Once you arrive, bring the knees into the chest, give yourself a big hug. And very gently pulling the knees down, avoiding the rib cage, and it might feel good to sway from side to side. Give yourself a nice little mini back massage. And when you're ready, extend your right leg out, interlace your fingers, and very gently pull that left knee into the chest. Let's take a couple breaths. You're going to feel this in your hip joint. Release that left leg, right leg comes in. Very gently pulling down on that knee, avoiding the rib cage at the same time. And very gently start to shift back and forth at your own pace. And allow yourself to really slow this down. Take your time, a couple breaths on each side. We'll do one more. Very gently pulling the knee in. And last side. It's a very mellow way to kind of release any tension in the back, especially if you're currently in pain. Plant the feet down on the mat. We're going to go to a reclined pigeon. So we're going to take that left foot and cross it over the right knee. And from here, you're going to press your left knee away from you. And when you do that, you're going to start to feel into the hip flexor. That might be enough for you right there. Or if you'd like to, on your inhalation, inhale and bring that right knee into the chest. Make sure you're flexing that left foot. That's going to protect your knee joint. And either hang out here or reach through and grab wherever comfortable. It might be at the back, it might be at the front. And once you grab, relax. So Allow the shoulders to come back down to the mat. Release any tension in the jaw. Allow the tongue to float in the middle of the mouth. And see if you can deepen the breath. So anytime that we are finding a deeper stretch or maybe something that doesn't feel entirely comfortable, we want to deepen the breath here. And that just sends a signal to the body that everything's okay. And that'll allow you to get a little bit deeper in your stretch. A little more breaths. It's all about getting into that science of stretching and finding ways that we can be more mobile. And finding ways that we can live our lives a little happier, a little more comfortably. A couple more breaths. And whenever you're ready, very gently start to unwind. Foot comes down to the mat, take that left leg off, and maybe shake it out a little bit, let that energy go. And you're going to plant the left foot down, the right ankle rather, comes on top of the left knee. Press that right knee away from you, start to feel that in the hip flexors, and truly honor where you're at today. If that's where you're at, that's where you're at. If and when you're ready, bring that left knee into the chest. Flex through the left foot. Reach through and grab. And when you reach through, if you had to lift your shoulders up, see if you can relax your shoulders back down to the mat. And we'll take 5 deep breaths. This is a really good posture, like I said, for the lower back. Also, if you're having some sciatica, that kind of thing. And it's really just an accessible posture. You know, if you're sitting around watching some Netflix or something like that, this is definitely something that you can do just on the side. And you're going to find that it really helps the lower back. It's going to ease some of those tensions. Take 3 more breaths. Always focusing on the breath as we stretch. Finding ways to ease any more tensions in our bodies. Maybe very gently pulling the knee into the chest once more. And then exhale to let it go. Shake it out if you like. Bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. And we're going to find our way to the hands and knees. And from the hands and knees, just take a couple moments to shake this out. Maybe you make some circles. Spinal circles are really good for the lower back. A couple rounds here. And when you're ready, switching directions. Maybe a couple regular cat-cows here. When you feel complete, come back to that tabletop position, the hands and knees. And as you inhale, we're going to reach that right arm towards the sky. Open up through the chest here. And as you exhale, sweep that right arm underneath the left. Reach the right arm to the opposite side of the room and relax the crown of the head down. Couple options from here. You can extend out your left arm. You can reach that left arm behind you, reaching towards that right hip crease. Take a couple breaths wherever you feel most complete. Allow the crown of the head to rest heavy on the mat. And maybe even direct your breath to that right shoulder and allow that right shoulder to be heavy. Finding these twists are really good for the lower back again. A really good way to ease tension. Twists are also a really good way to detox, so it's an extra bonus. Take a couple more breaths. Crown of the head is heavy. Release the tension. And when you're ready, very gently start to unwind. Plant that left hand down on the mat as you inhale. Begin to reach that right arm towards the sky. And exhale to let it go. Switching sides, we're going to reach that left arm towards the sky. And as you exhale, thread the needle, left arm comes down. Extending out through that right arm or finding a bind. We're going to find 5 breaths here. Allow the crown of the head to relax. And start to soften your breath. Maybe even close the eyes. And just focus on your breath here. 2 more nourishing inhalations. Beautiful, guys. And when you're ready, very gently start to unwind, plant that right hand down. Inhale to reach that left arm towards the sky. And exhale to let it go. Take a couple more cat-cows here in between. Just to shake it out. Beautiful. Well, guys, thank you for joining me for some low back love. It is always an honor to hold space with you. Until I see you again, namaste.